But now there's a second question as well, how much time it takes him to fly. And so here's Michael Jordan, and in this case I'm going to figure out how much time it takes him to go from the very top down to the bottom. If that is the case, I know that he moves negative 1.26 meters, and it's negative because he's traveling down. I know that his velocity here at the top is 0 meters per second. Now, it can be kind of confusing. Why do you call this velocity initial? Because at the moment, I'm really not paying attention to Michael Jordan in the beginning. I'm just looking at him falling down. And because of that, I know that the acceleration due to gravity is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. Given these things, I know that displacement equals negative 1.26 meters. I know velocity initial is 0 meters per second. And I know that the acceleration due to gravity is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. The thing that I'm looking for is his time, but let's be careful. This is the time it takes him to fall. And that's going to be in seconds. Because of this, I'm going to use the equation displacement equals velocity initial times time plus 0.5 times the acceleration times time squared. I'm going to replace numbers for letters now. Negative 1.26 equals 0 times time plus 0.5 times negative 9.8 times t squared. Well, any number times 0 is 0, so that blows up, and I'm left with negative 1.26 equals, if I take a half of negative 9.8, I get negative 4.9 times t squared. To get rid of the t squared on the right hand side, to get t squared all by itself, I'm going to divide by negative 4.9. And the reason I do that is so that it cancels. Whatever I do to the right, I must do to the left as well. And that leaves me with time squared equals 0.2632. And to get rid of the square, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So that means the time to fall is 0.513 seconds. Here's the problem though. That's only the amount of time it takes Jordan to fall down. How much time does it take him to get back up? The same amount of time. So in order, if I want time to hang, his hang time, I'm going to take his time to fall, 0.513 seconds, and I'm going to multiply it by 2, because the amount of time up is exactly the same as the amount of time down, and when I do that, I get 1.03 seconds.